Conferences and corporate events are extremely important in your business. It is the most adequate tool to communicate with your people. This is the best way to convey a message heard by everyone at the same time, at the same place. And the group being together is also is key.
A TV crew approached us and they said, do you think we could come behind the scenes and see how a conference is organized? It would be really nice if people could see what we do and what is done behind the scenes. That's the interesting bit.
Of course, if anything goes wrong, we can't rehearse, we can't do it twice, so it has to be perfect.
No, there's no space for mistakes. There's no time for mistakes. Yeah, no, we got to perform at 100% from the start till the end.
It's almost like putting together a performance. It's a commercial performance. In fact, it's commercial theatre.
International conferences and events are big news and encourage bigger and better business now more than ever. So filming a behind-the-scenes making of an international top management conference, or TMC, over one action-packed week in Cape Town, South Africa, during their most pressurized high tourist season in mid-December, was challenging. We wanted to capture plenty of drama, tension, exploding tempers, and things going horribly wrong, mainly to show how motivation deal with unforeseen situations, or a crisis or two. There was no crisis or drama, as much troubleshooting and major prep work had already taken place in the months preceding the conference.
It's a lot of work, it's a lot of precision, it's a lot of imagination.
They very calmly maintained a low profile as seasoned professionals, and they kept their cool from day one of shooting. With lights, cameras, eagle eyes and ears, we flew in and out of countless plenary meetings and final setups at the various locations listed on the TMC itinerary. We watched with amazement as countless delegates' flights were changed at the last minute, and new airport transfer times and hotel room bookings were continually having to be arranged. There was, on an average day, at least 50 changes, and their team sorted it all out effortlessly. There were countless logistics-related meetings behind the scenes, checking and rechecking to keep everything on course and within budget. So from arranging needs for special diet menus, to the testing of new menus, to the ordering of last-minute signage revisions, and the repackaging and correct labeling of corporate gifts, their attention to detail was outstanding. Copious lists of to-dos, all involved equally copious meetings with key personnel like stage designers, audio-visual teams, a corporate photographer, transport companies, and countless other consultants and suppliers, including entertainers and their managements, ranging from a Cape Malay marching band to local musicians, as well as stars in both classical music and Afro-pop.
Today, I think I got like 46 changes of dates, flights. Some people had flights cancelled, so...
Motivation appeared to have the capability for virtual instantaneous responses to ever-changing client demands. This, we're informed, is because they have their own unique software package, which they designed specifically to streamline, coordinate, and manage an entire conferencing operation. Next, we were headed to the waterfront and watched Catherine and Nick checking out an Afro-chic entertainment venue they had booked for a function that evening. Decorators, designers and their crews were kept on their toes. Even the chairs and tablecloths at the venue came under close scrutiny. With less than an hour before the function began, the baobab trees on the tables had to make way for more appropriate flower arrangements.
We really do it, and we're capable of adapting to our audience. If we have a group of 25-year-old salesmen, we'll get the right entertainment for them. If we have 55-year-old executives, we'll get the right classical musician. We'll get Lang Lang, we'll get Celine Dion, we'll get Elton John that we have.
When it comes to billing procedures, we noticed that the hotel management and food and beverage outlets, amongst others, were also made well aware before billing time that everything is accounted for, down to the very last drop, or crumb for that matter.
Any bills that are not signed, we're not picking up.
CSR, or corporate social responsibility, is another area of Motivation's expertise. For this conference, the delegates were first involved in raising corporate sponsorships in aid of the reconstruction and renovation of the dilapidated Geneva Crisis Centre in Eerste River in Cape Town. The conference's team-building activity involved further hands-on participation in putting finishing touches to the Crisis Centre renovation process.
Everything went well, and the delegates are going home back to the hotel at the moment, and everybody was very happy, worked hard, and you can see the result. We have a name on the building and a very happy community here. Thank you.
Back behind the scenes, it's time for the final recons before the express checkouts and departures of the delegates to the airport. Logistics Director Nikki Wallenberg also told us the lengths Motivation go to save client money.
They charge us much more than we drank. So then you ask them to recount. So I've been many, many times upside down in a container with plastic gloves.
I felt it appropriate to send a quick note by way of thanks for your help and support in delivering another outstanding TMC. Your creative thinking, organizational ability, attention to detail, and event management skills were truly remarkable, while your level-headedness and complete unflappability were astounding. The conference has, by all reports, been a raging success, with encores and praise still ringing in the client's ears from the delegates. As always, the entire arrangement was flawless and everything was done with care and high taste. There are some real criteria for judgment. Easy availability of computers for checking emails, IT support, availability of stationery, finger food, drink, fax machines, other supplies, buses on time, choice of lovely locations for dinners, arrangements there, lights, sound, promptness of service. There are a million things that could go wrong, but everything is done with fantastic precision and thoughtfulness. Interestingly, this email was addressed to Motivation's client. Motivation's response to this, in our opinion, says it all.
Motivation are always unseen, working behind the curtain. No one needs, apart from our customer, to know who's doing the work.
You get what you pay for, but if you pay a bit more for a ticket, for a premium ticket, well, then you get a hell of a show, for sure.
You've got the rock stars, we make it happen for you. That's what we do.